Hello again. Get the itinerary back up just a moment. What happened to my itinerary? Just a moment.
Lost a couple of people.
Did we? They might be looking for it.
Oh,
Don't know why I'm having trouble bringing Miss Share up. Just a moment.
How many people were on the original call?
17, I think.
Oh, then we're all here.
No, Regina's not. Is Regina here? No.
I think we had 19.
I think it was 19, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 19.
Whoop.
Well, someone might have had to go too. It is recording. Okay, are you back to seeing the itinerary?
Yes.
Quick. Okay. So it's funny. I thought I was leaving a day early and getting there before all of you. And then half of you said, I'm going to go a day early. So 11 of us are arriving a day early. But we are all on the same flight, which is nice. And they have seem to have cleaned things up a bit at the airport, which is nice. And actually, I had zero problems traveling well over the last 5 weeks. But I don't anticipate any issues out of the ordinary. So plus we're on a nonstop, which is awfully nice. So we will, half of us departing the 28th, arriving the 29th. As I mentioned, we'll get Ubers or taxis and share the cost and check in at the Malia. And then for those of us arriving a day early, nothing else is planned. It's up to you. You can jump to the suggestions I made for the other day of going to the Christmas markets, going to the department stores to see their decor. You can go to the Louvre. You can, do whatever you like, or rest and relax, since that's probably why many of us are going in early. And then the next day, the second group departs, and the first group will have their tour, their walking tour, those that signed up. And he's a photographer, so that's part of the deal. Not only do we get a walking tour and see kind of the highlights, but he'll help take pictures too. So I think that'll be fun. We've got the itinerary on here. I put myself on this, but I actually think I will stay at the hotel just so I'm there when the second group gets there, and I will do it on the next day. So, and then that night, for those who signed up, we have the Seine River cruise. I'll be letting us know, how we're gonna, we'll just meet in the lobby probably by 8 o'clock and take taxis and Ubers and share, like I had mentioned. And that's at 8:15 that night.
Hey,
And
Kelly.
yes.
Do you have any suggestions on surviving jet lag, seeing as how we have dinner on that first night so that we're not falling asleep at dinner at the river cruise?
Yeah. I was a little worried about
do you nap or do
that.
you
I don't. I try not to. But you know yourself, I'm not a great napper. I fall into a deep sleep, and then I find it really hard to wake up. But if you're someone that can nap, then you can. This last summer when I went to London, I did end up doing that. I just couldn't keep my eyes open. I took a nap, and then I still woke up that evening and went out and did stuff. So It's kind of up to you, but my general rule is I try not to, but we get in so much. You get in pretty early. You're in at like 9 in the morning. So you probably
Right.
could, take a rest before going out that night.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Otherwise I don't have great tips. I generally just plunge ahead. And so for those that arrive the second day, many of them are signed up for that Paris tour. And then for either day, whether it's this day or the first day or the early day, I put some suggestions of things to do. They will have the department stores decorated. I put the Louvre Museum only because Musée d'Orsay, which is another popular one, is closed on Mondays. But if you're in the early group, you could actually do that on Sundays. And then we have our Eiffel Tower dinner that night. So again, we'll meet in the lobby and figure out some shared rides to get there. I've done this before. It's really nice. It's just an experience, I think. That's kind of, and then I think the reason I have the Christmas markets after that is we can do that after the dinner, or you could have already gone before the dinner. It's up to you. I think this dinner, yeah, we're doing an early dinner on this second night at 6 o'clock. So that means there would be time if you're up for it afterwards. And I put a link on here to the Paris Christmas markets because there's numerous ones. So you can check them out and figure out which ones you want to go to. There is one near the Eiffel Tower as well. And the next day, we will all transfer together to Strasbourg to start our cruise. So the checkout's not till noon. So theoretically, if you really wanted to do something in the morning, you could. Our train is at 12:45, so we will leave by noon to go to the train station. It's another time that we will group up in the lobby and figure out taxis or Ubers. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes to Strasbourg. They do have it didn't say restaurant, it said bar on the train, so I can't speak for if it has food. I would think there'd be something. But there's food in the train station, or we will have had that morning. If you want to, run out to get something, you can eat on the train and then just bring it with you. And so we'll arrive in Strasbourg at 2:45, and I do have a bus arranged to pick us up and take us to the ship. So that part will be easy, and we'll load all our luggage, or they will, and then we'll check in. Technically, check-in is at 4, but I'm not too worried that we should be able to get into our rooms. I mean, by the time we're there, it's going to be after 3. So I'm pretty sure we'll just be able to go right into our rooms. Theoretically, you could go into Strasbourg if you wanted to, but you'd have to get yourself into town. And there is a reception. I think it's around 6 that evening. So I think you're best off just checking in and unpacking, and then they'll have the welcome reception and then dinner. Typically at the welcome reception, they go over what the week's going to look like. Kind of from this point on, when it comes to timing, I'll certainly still be updating the WhatsApp, but they're sort of in charge at that point. They'll tell us, usually they put tickets in your room each night for what your next day's activity is. And it tells you what time to meet in the lobby or where to meet. Sometimes you're meeting on the dock, but it'll say, for the most part, we all are doing the same thing. Sometimes there's a lot of options on these things, but there's not on this one. There was a few optional things we're not all doing, but so the next day on the 3rd, they take us into Strasbourg, and that's why I don't have times on these things, because like I said, they'll tell us on the ship, and they always tell you the day before. But we have actually, I think the first thing is if you're going to the Alsace and Auvergne tour, that's in the morning. And the way the ship is docked, you can get off and go into town on your own if you want. And then you could come back for lunch, and then you could do the Strasbourg official tour that they give. Strasbourg's a really cute town. I was there this summer, but it'll look totally different for Christmas market. So I think most of us are doing the Alsace tour in the morning, which is one of the few places on this itinerary I haven't been. So I'm looking forward to it. And then that afternoon is Strasbourg. And then the other thing that we always have the option of is you can stay in town if you want and again make your way back. But typically, since this tour is 4 hours and it's after lunch, you do the tour, they bring you back to the ship, and then you're on the ship for, dinner in the evening. But it's up to you how you want to do it. That's the nice thing about river cruises is it's pretty easy to kind of go off and on your own. So the next day, that evening, we depart at 10. The next morning, we arrive in Spire. When it says 5 a.m. arrival, that doesn't mean that's like what time things start. It's just what time the ship docks. And then there's breakfast. We all have the Heidelberg Castle and Christmas Market cruise in the morning. And then in the afternoon, there's an option. Some people signed up for the walking tour, or you can just go to the Spire Christmas Market. I did the walking tour this summer. I was on a Rhine River cruise this summer. So I didn't sign up for that, but some people did, and then you can go to the Christmas market. And then that evening we have, this was an option I could sign up for, which I did because in the dining room, we'll have our own tables, but we'll be with other people in the dining room. But this is going to be a special dinner that's just for us. It's in a different part of the ship, not in the dining room. It's 5-course with complimentary, like selected wines that go with it. And so I think it'll be nice. So this would be another time that you might just wear something a little sparkly or a little nicer. The next day we're in Rudesheim, and we have, again, at the included tour, this is another thing I haven't done with the Music Cabinet Museum. So I'm looking forward to that. That's in the morning. And then by 11, we have pulled away and we are going to Koblenz. We have lunch on the ship as it goes by. And then when we get to Koblenz, we all have the walking tour. And then we don't leave till 10 o'clock that night. So it'll be up to us how much time we want to spend there, going to the Christmas market. And like I said, again, they'll always have a schedule of what time dinner is. So if the walking tour is over and you want to stay in town, you can just make your way back for dinner. It's kind of up to you, or you can go back when they take you back. And then the final day we get to Cologne. And so you don't, again, they arrive at 4. Typically, you don't have to be off. Usually around 9 o'clock is when people get off. You have breakfast. You have to put your luggage out the night before. So you just keep, a smaller bag with you, pick up your bag. And then we'll all independently with cabs and such, again, pair up and make our way to the Cologne Media Park Hotel. It's like a 12-minute cab ride, so shouldn't be too much. And then that day and afternoon and evening would be on your own. We did get a guide that's going to bring us to 5 of the Christmas markets. So many people signed up for that, but otherwise you can do it on your own, or I put some other suggestions of things that you can do on there. And I discussed with him. So this has been updated, I think since it was sent to you, but with kind of what we're going to do on that walking tour. I'm having purposely, he had it in a little different order. I rearranged it so that we end at the Cathedral Market because that's sort of the biggest one. And that way you can either go back to the hotel with the group, or if you want longer at the Cathedral one, because I think that's the one that would take the most time, you can stay longer too. And then the next morning, our flights, we're all on the later flight. So we don't have to leave until 11:15 from the hotel. The train station is quite close, but with luggage, we'll want to take a cab. It's like 6 minutes away by cab. And we'll all train together to all of us that are flying out to the Frankfurt airport. It goes right to the airport. So it's just a little over an hour, no connections. And then we actually will be there in plenty of time. We get there at 1 and the flight's at 5:25. So that's everyone except Maureen's going to London to see her daughter. Susie will be with us on the train, but then she goes to Zurich to see her son. And Emily and Lauren are continuing on traveling in Europe. And then this references that mobile passport app that I already talked about that you can download for when we get. So, any questions on?
Kelly, if we had initially said we don't want to do this particular thing, but then decided, yeah, I would like to do that walk. Is it too late to change or?
Can't hear you.
Oh dear. No,
Nope.
I'm not
Oh,
muted.
Kelly, can't
As far
hear
as I know.
Kelly.
Kelly, we can't hear you.
Oops, there we go.